afternoon. It's Wednesday. It's July. It's not July. It's August 21st, 2024. And today was the first day of school. I got a fourth grader, and then my second daughter started kindergarten today. And we all would love everything to go just as we picture it, just as we imagine how great it could. But sometimes, and a lot of times, it doesn't. And we dropped my daughter off for kindergarten, and there was a lot of like parents and kindergartners there, and she did not like run off to go try and see somebody she knew or make friends or anything. She just kind of stared, and it was I can see how it would be like overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me, and I'm 40 years old. And so she took a lap with her mom, and then they both came back, and she wanted her mom to stay with her until the bell rang. So she did. And at that point, I walked my oldest daughter over to the playground area, and she saw some of her classmates, and she ran off. Okay, bye. She was, I think, obviously more excited, understandably, because she's done this 4 times before, and so she was ready. And I walked my youngest daughter to the car to go drop her off at my mom's house, where she usually goes. And by the time, just about when I had got to my folks' house, I got a call from my wife, and I guess when it was time for her to go, my daughter had a little meltdown, and she started crying, and she was like doing and I'm just picturing the like holding onto her leg, like don't go, and that that sucks to hear as a parent, and also I'm upset at myself that I was not willing to stay and go in and try and facilitate her like making some friends or whatever, but nothing. It's something that I struggle with, and I should have went and forced myself to like stand next to another parent awkwardly, and try and like strike up a conversation, but I am not great at that stuff, and I guess I never have been, or lately I'm not. Just feeling guilty today. Like, I haven't prepared my kids for the world socially, like how to make friends and like be a part of the community, whatever that may be at the time. And so I went for a run, and yeah, I'd say the first 20 minutes or so I was just kind of just beating myself up and just harping on the fact that your kids don't have any like friends. You don't have like a huge friend group or a group of a community of like friends that are parents that have kids your own age, that you like don't do anything you ever say you're going to for your kids. But I guess you can only harp on yourself for so long. But then I think I just stopped thinking that way, and I figured if it was terrible, like I wouldn't have heard from the school or my wife. Like worst case scenario, we have to go pick her up or something. But I didn't, and about this point she's finished with the school day, and she's in her little daycare situation now, so must have been okay. But yeah, I just getting a little tired of like, I guess just being a pussy and not being able to, I guess, do things that appear to be so easy for some people, but I can't. And I guess I never really thought like making friends was difficult or whatever. I guess because I always had them, but I just going back now thinking I think they were all relying on like outside activities, like soccer, volleyball, and basketball, baseball, or going to the club, or stuff that my parents all facilitated that stuff. So I'm feeling just kind of rotten that I am not facilitating as much stuff so that they can like organically make friends or whatever, and it's a lot of it's relying on me as the parent, and again, I don't have anybody to blame but myself, and so yeah, that just feeling kind of bad about that, and that I should probably go to therapy and like talk to a professional that might have more understanding, because they're not me. Like, this makes me feel like at least 1% better every time I talk to myself and look at it. Maybe one day I will go back and look at these, and maybe one day, girls, if you guys are watching these, I know that I fell short in some areas, but I really love you guys immensely, and I apologize for not giving you guys more opportunities. I think I just am like an anxious person that I never noticed, and I think for the longest time I would blame that on, I don't know, anybody else I could think of, or drinking and drugging, but I'm sorry. I will try better the rest of today and hopefully tomorrow. And I think that's kind of what I came to a realization of at some point during my run, was that I can like be upset about all this stuff and like make myself feel bad, or I can let it go because I can't really do anything about it now, and I will try and like be better tomorrow, or help them in a different way tomorrow. And I know I'm not the worst parent, but I just never feel like the best parent. I think I'm just kind of getting a little bit frustrated with myself year after year of just being a person that's like a C plus at best. I don't feel like an A or a B or a B plus. I just feel like I'm passing, but I'm not like killing it, and that's a hard like thing to accept. I feel like I'd almost rather be a full-blown like fuck up, or a full-blown like great dedicated parent, but this in between and this like limbo status it's hard to explain, and I think it's hard to like, you can't like, it doesn't seem right to complain because I'm so fortunate. I've been given all these opportunities, and nobody wants to hear that, because you are fortunate and you have been given these opportunities, and so it's just basically just buck up and fucking figure it out. But nothing. I think I just have to keep thinking and addressing the changes I want to make in my life every day, and then I guess do something tangible that will allow me to like make some sort of positive steps in that direction. And I guess it's gonna have to be extremely small baby steps.